Hey guys, Redwood Bullion back here with you. Just want to do a Monday update. I think we might have a little bit of a battle of the metals and a battle of the paper money going on. As I'm sure you guys have seen, the markets are all down. Metals are all down so far. At the time of this filming right now, silver's at 1843, down 38 cents. Gold's doing 1630, down 1470. Platinum's at 860. Palladium's down $22. So they're all going down. I think silver had ticked back up to 1845 just as I started doing this. But we're starting to get we're getting some more info coming out, and obviously, as you guys know, hearing about all the Comex and all the metals that are just leaving the market. As of today, the SLV short interest reflects a retail and institutional demand that's betting on basically lower prices in the next couple months, which is usually a good setup for a contrarian indicator that now is the time where everything starts to go down and then it contracts and then it'll start to go back up. Back when it ran up to 28 during COVID, all the big money was long. All the SLV positions were long on all that. They increased from 51 million to 60 million. That's 12% of all outstanding shares. If physical silver and SLV continue to go higher, it will bring a serious short squeeze situation that there's just not enough physical to be delivered if any of these contracts are actually called in. It's just not there. And you hear people talk about the bottom of silver, and what if we've already got to the bottom? It's hard to say. It's been a challenging year for everything. Precious metals haven't had it easy. Stocks haven't had it easy. Could that change? Could it have already occurred? It's hard to say. We look at it and we think it's going to go up, and we see all these indicators that back over time have shown that when one's going down, the other's going up. But as we've all seen, the British pound is dramatically down. I think it's gained a little bit back up since I looked at it this morning. But I think the dollar's just really doing good because everybody else is doing worse, and it's not really a good thing. It just means we're last in line for it to fall, and with all these countries just seriously accumulating large and large amounts of metals. July alone, the Comex fell 4.66%. Month on month, the vault's seeing the outflow of 46 million ounces. August, it fell another 3.6%. It's 34.4 million ounces. 13 out of 14 months has had an outflow. It's all basically been, other than 1 month in November of 21, it's basically been between almost 1% down 1% to almost 5% month after month. And it just keeps to continue to be going down like that. So people are just hoarding it. Countries are hoarding it and accumulating it, and people are buying it up. So the more that we can take off the market, the more it's going to affect that paper price and just pulls that string tighter and tighter of there not being as much physical to account for the amount that's being traded on the paper market. I definitely do think that there is a suppression of the metals in the market, and then obviously we've all heard about the central bank and the digitalized currency, and we can all speculate on that. I don't know enough about that really to speak intelligently about it or give any kind of insight or opinions on it. I'm old-fashioned. I like stuff I can touch, stuff I can feel. I don't like banks. I don't trust all that. I don't really mess with crypto. I believe in the blockchain. I think that's good, solid technology. But as far as who will come out on top when it comes to Bitcoin, I'm a silent observer from the sides. I hop in every once in a while, and then I get right back out. It's just way too volatile and way too new, and I just frankly don't know enough about it to really invest anything worthwhile to get a worthy return on it. So I just sit it out and do with what I know, and that's this and stocks and stuff like that. And even that, everything was so oversold for so long that I think we're just really starting to see a correction of it all. It's obviously it's a bear market for sure, but nobody wants to complain about the 15, 20 years of a bull market. So, there's two sides to every coin. But I think we're definitely starting to see a little bit of a battle of the metals here. And that definitely was a big, big catalyst in all of it. COVID definitely played a huge role in the after effects that we're feeling now. And a lot of things that people need to really take into account is it's like ripples in a pond. You throw a rock, and the ripples continue out. We're just now starting to feel the very beginning of the food shortages or stuff like that from COVID. So we haven't even begun to get into the depth of what those ripples are going to be. We wait till the mortgages start going or people's rates start getting refixed that didn't get a fixed rate and they get readjusted. Like, it's just, there's a lot of bad indicators out there, and to look at it on a day-to-day basis is one thing, but you have to really step back and look at it as a whole. When all those things hit, it's the perfect storm for stuff like this, is when the paper money is losing its value, everything's upside down. That's when this is really going to shine. And I think gold too. I mean, obviously with the Moscow exchange probably going to happen, and however that ends up working out, I think there's really going to be a good time here in the next 6 months, 18 months, whatever it works out to be, maybe less, I don't know, that you're really going to see gold start to really go up. I think silver will too. It's going to be a little bit more dependent on the industrial side. I think a lot of people are starting to see it as an investment metal, as it seems in the last couple of weeks to have kind of separated itself a little bit from the way that the base metals trade. But it still is, it seems fairly undervalued for what it is and all the amount of that's mined every year and then just thrown away and never reclaimed and, all that stuff. So, but I think we're really going to start seeing an uptick in gold before we really start seeing silver start to go up. I do think gold's going to go down for the next couple of months probably. Significantly, I don't know. I can only speculate. I would say probably another 100 to 300, I would guess, give or take. I think it's a great buying opportunity, but then you also have to step back and look at everything as a whole, but look at your finances as a whole. Buy little. You don't want to buy a bunch today and then it be lower tomorrow and think, oh, I've already lost money. Just slowly, just like with stocks, slowly get into your position, especially if you're doing options. You slowly get into a position, and that way your cost average on everything kind of works out. So if you go and buy silver today and say, just for numbers' sake, say pay $20 an ounce, and then tomorrow it's dropped 50 cents, you go out and buy another ounce, but you only pay $19.50 or $19.25 for it, you start getting your cost average down to where per ounce you've paid a certain amount within range, even if some ounces you might have spent 30 on. There's plenty in my stack that I bought when it was at 25, 26 and was running up to 27 and 28 where I paid, almost $30 an ounce. I have several 100-ounce bars that I paid $30 an ounce, almost $30 an ounce for. But I also have plenty on the other side that was bought long before that. So my cost average right now is pretty much about what spot is, probably a little bit less than what spot is if I really got into it. But that's what you really want to look at when it comes to precious metal investing. It's not a fast buck. It's not a quick flip. It's not buying a house, renovating it, and dumping it in 6 months. Now, possibly maybe tomorrow gold will shoot up and go up 50 or 100%. I could be wrong, but data driven, going back in history, it's a long play and it's a preservation of what you have. It's not necessarily about making money. It's just about keeping what you have and not losing more and keeping your purchasing power. So that's what I got for today. If you got any comments, drop them down below. I appreciate them all. Give me a thumbs up and a subscribe. I'd love to hear what you guys think about the videos. Once I get to 1,000 subscribers, I'm going to do a 10-ounce silver bar giveaway. So anybody, give me a thumbs up and a subscribe for that one. Join in on that. and drop a comment below and let me know what you think.